True or false? Most people are willing to lose money in stock first before they actually spend money on educating themselves through books, videos, or courses. Now, this statement is actually true based on the number of comments here. Okay, we are going to take a look at this and read the comments and see what people say. Why do they feel that they need to lose money in the stock market first before they actually educate themselves? Now, for most of us, before we go into something, we normally educate ourselves first. We need to get the info on it. Like when you're driving a car, right? You got to educate yourself on how to drive a car first before you actually drive a car, so that you don't get into a car accident or hurt yourself or hurt somebody. But when it comes to stock trading, which is financially dangerous, yet the majority of people, they are willing to lose money first before they actually educate themselves. Okay, we're gonna get started. So this is the post right here. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down and we're gonna read the comments. But I'm gonna take a screenshot of this post right here so that we're gonna remind ourselves what the topic is about. Okay. So look, it says one person said fact, I'm one of them. Right here, I did that. True, true. I did as well, but I started with 1K and was willing to lose and have made money so far. I've been educating myself along the way and I'm too impatient to paper trade. There are so many comments here. True. How can anyone know? Unfortunately, this is true. You learn by doing. You can spend a lot of money on courses than waste more trading. That's a little odd. Okay, let's read this. Okay. If you don't learn something every time you sell for loss or gain, you shouldn't be trading. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. This guy said, if you don't do some research, you're an idiot. The best teacher in life is a mistake. You can learn a lot by making them, but I prefer to learn by researching other people's mistakes. That's smart. Learn from other people's mistakes and learn from other people's success. True, it's the greed and fear of missing out. This guy, he's talking about teaching. $2,000 loss in 1 month. Saying on YouTube is everything free. Why I need a mental. So basically, he's saying that all this free stuff on YouTube, uh, you know, it doesn't help him that much. Hopefully, there are something on YouTube that we can find that actually help us a lot. I'm sure there are some good info out there. You can look this up, but it is normal to lose around $4,000 before you really understand the market. Think of it as $4,000 tuition to learn to trade. Well, a lot of people, 4,000 is all they have. If they lose that, it takes them a long time to even save up another amount to go back into the market. So another person, Jack Johnson here said, true, there's no book or video that you can pay for that can mentally, physically, and emotionally prepare you to anguish you go through when you see the value of your stock go down better than actually experiencing it. I'm not saying don't paper trade, but these books are not going to help you with the anguish. Hmm. Experience is and always will be the best teacher. Of course, of course. Yep, your question is illogical. Replace most with some. Based on the number of people here, you're gonna see that a lot of people lose money. If it wasn't true, we wouldn't have the statistic that 90% of new traders lose 90% of their money within 90 days, and then within 6 months they lose all their money. And this Research has been done by brokers. They can tell by the number of account that lose the money, and they do a study across the board. That's how they find these statistics. So let's look at more of these comments. Different for some people, but it's true. I spent $300 on the course and only done 10% of it and haven't touched it since. Okay, I will only speak for myself, but I did a significant amount of studying before I opened an investment account and continue. That's good. This guy is good. He educated himself first. Um, you know, you can learn all the books. Why want? But the game is on the field. Fear of missing out. Okay, let's see what this guy's avatar guy said. When I started, I didn't know there were so many learning options. Just YouTube. I didn't know where I had access to the material, if those material would even be good. He's right. I started, and about 3 weeks in, I discovered certain books, and began understanding more. But the biggest thing is emotional stability against irrational thinking or irrational decision making. No learning material can teach you that. If I was not started back when I did, the knowledge, confidence I have now, I would have much better off. I'm doing well, but it's like running a race with untied shoes. You're gonna trip. Some fall harder than the others. Hmm. Very thought out comment. Very thought out comment. Happened exactly the way to me. I know some of you learn your own way, but wow, some of the worst advice ever is in this thread. Trading is a competition and you're playing against professionals. There's no minor league to get you ready for the big, and getting beaten by the major league pitch won't teach you anything but about bat swing. If you're at the beginning of the learning curve, please get a coach or a mentor so you can learn solid structure for trading before you risk your capital and establish bad habit that will cost you money. This guy know what he's talking about. Educate yourself, get a mentor, get a right way so you don't lose money. Now, some people they have a lot of money. When they go into the market, they think it's easy game. They lose all that money faster than people who have small amount of money. Because people who have small amount of money, they tend to be very careful. They know it's hard for them to save, so they're very careful with it. Okay. Even with other education of the instrument teach to predict movement of the market fair at times. Okay. I lost a few bucks listening to some article on what to buy before I even knew what day trading was. But after it was dozens of hours on YouTube lecture and a book and simulate trading before I went back with real money. He tested it out in paper trading. That is good. Now, sometimes when you test on paper trading, you're not committed because you're not emotionally committed. You can only be emotionally committed when you have real money on the line. Okay, when you have emotion on the line, it tends to cause you to do irrational things. Irrational things. So I guess all the knowledge accumulated or trading in better trading decision in the market, I know a hell of a lot more than I did then. Still work on becoming consistently profitable, but definitely more knowledgeable now. That's impressive. Impressive. Well, I would like to learn a few things from you. I'd rather lose money on my own to learn than to take course. Yes. No course will teach me the stress and emotion of real life trading. Hmm. I'll let you guys decide what you guys want to do. Okay. You can educate a person who has no sense of what they don't know. Yes, it's more fun, this guy said. Learning through experience, trial and error for the win. No books or videos can teach you better than losing your own money. The best teacher. Disagree with pleasure. I mean, say I agree. Half agree. School without hands-on experience is just theory and speculation. However, all hands-on and no education mean will inevitably have to suffer some of the same mistake as those who came before you. With education, you might be able to avoid trying to recreate the wheel, just in my opinion. That is true. You can learn from your mistake, right? But if you can learn from other people's mistake, that's even better, even better. Experience is the best teacher, of course, of course. Now, I've been reading books, watching YouTube, and taking the TD free course in June. Not one trade place. We'll start pivot trading, hoping to go to go to real money in the spring. Kind of stuff. Think Jim. Lose. Thanks, Jim. I'm looking to trade option, and from what I see, I can lose my shirt. So I have to be careful. I have decent amount to start with, and I don't want to be foolish. I've learned technical analysis and candlesticks so far. I think I have pretty good grasp. I'm leaning toward a swing trading style. Buying options seems to fit my personality more than selling them, but that could change. I started as an option buyer. I'm done with that. However, I am predominantly a net seller when I usually buy hedge some sell. Firmly believe options are way to go, okay? I would debate that view all day. Some people just love to trade options and stocks. Losing money is a pretty good education. Definitely agree with that. Well, sometimes that if you have certain habit, it will cause you to lose money over and over again, and you have to admit that you have that habit. Want to replace it slowly, break it, and then replace it with something better. It's your money, what it does. You can relearn, but either way, you lose at the start and learn eventually. Let's see what this guy said. I think this is especially true for long-term investors, and I know many here, even in this group, have long-term holds. Is that having the right mindset is more important than any money you're able to throw away. The mastery of your own emotions is vital. Panic selling is the most mistake that most new investors make. You do need to read and understand a few books for that. Losing money alone won't help you develop a mindset. If anything, it scares most people off, and they go on to tell others the stock market is dangerous. I lost everything. While they are while they weren't mentally prepared to invest in the first place. Is my comment. Well, I lost 50K in the first 3 years applying what I learned in college. Oh, what they say, invest in companies with good earnings, good management, an undervalued price, and average down to lower your cost, lower your cost. Well, as I buy the dip, they kept dipping until the loss, was too big. Some company even went bankrupt. Um, I sold out before that. So, formal education or free education on YouTube, I lost my ass. That was more than five. That was more than 5 years ago. Long, long time ago. In the advertising. True, that is why I haven't lost so much. I could have made more if I had read the books I'm reading now. I'm not done reading it. I read it over in spurts. Don't need to spend anything, really. Call the World Wide Web. And here's a response. Good luck with that. Organizing the training is a problem. I've done just fine and research online. True. It's true. This guy said it's the same for sex. The how to course weren't as fun as or informative as a trial and error method. Best comment and probably closest to reality. Don't get me wrong, the how-to videos are swell too. Some people call it pornography, others call it how to do or do it yourself variety. Funny comment. You can read all you want, webinar all you want, watch all you want, but until you get that bull bag, that's loaded in the chute. Then they pull the gate open. You have no idea how to bull ride. The man with experience is not subject to a man with an argument. Here's a comment. It says, books are becoming obsolete, I think. They are being replaced by email, online courses, smartphone, learn to go, and virtual classroom like YouTube. But I am still surprised formal education is still highly regarded when applying for a job. So having a bachelor's degree is recommended these days. Um, this person said, I've gained more experience from losing that will help me later. If I make the same mistake over and over again, I can only blame myself. A lot of people have this mistake, they make the same mistake. It's called habit. Chicken or egg. Without them, the market will lose liquidity and opportunity for others. It's still some game after all. Even after learning everything, no experience is no experience. And some trash course out there with people money for practice makes perfect. Not really, but what happened? They lose money because they let them lead with others' info. Should make their own little database and signal. We learn by our mistakes. Educating and studying would prevent you from losing. Trading journal is a must to get rid of all the bad trading habits and analyze mistakes. That's smart. Eugene right there is a smart man. Let's see what losing will always be part of trading and learning. That's true. Of course, mistakes when learning from it is a trap upward. Allow mistake, invite mistake to stress test a view or a strategy. In fact, one should actively search the weak point of a strategy then adapt the strategy. There are so many strategies out there. True, I lost 2,500 before I started reading and understanding chart and choose stock to get familiar with. And still money can be lost depending on the day. Selling option is much better than buying option is one thing I've learned. Let's see what else is here. Better to have more experience so you know what you will do in the future. If you're not willing to lose, you will not learn. Good thing is there's what we call paper trading, not real money. Losing money is education. Learn from it. Wow. I learn a lot when I lose money. Tighten up your money and you won't lose as much. So based on over 100 comments here, this statement is true for some and false for others. Okay, but for a lot of people, this statement is true for them. Okay, and my recommendation to anyone who is new in investing is basically investing and trading is financially dangerous. You know, a lot of people lost a lot of money. Okay, you wouldn't drive a car without knowing how to drive a car and be educated on driving a car, right? So I hope that when it comes to investing your hard-earned money, you educate yourself first so you can avoid mistake and avoid losing money. There are so many ways to lose money in the stock market. It is simply mind blowing, mind blowing. So hey, I hope my video helped you guys, and if you like this video, and feel free to share this video with friends and family. I just want to make a quick video on this statement right here, so that you can know, the overall big picture of what is going on, why people lose so much money, and why people are willing to lose money before they actually educate themselves. Until next time, until my next video, have a good one.